Did you know that if you can still perform certain movements, your body might be aging in reverse? As we grow older, we're often told that physical decline is an inevitable part of aging. Slower steps, stiffer joints, and a gradual loss of vitality. But what if much of this decline isn't solely due to the passage of time, but rather a result of disuse? What if there were simple, practical ways to measure your body's true biological age, not based on the year you were born, but on what your body can still accomplish? In this article, we'll explore 7 key movements that serve as silent yet powerful indicators of youthful vitality. These movements are like a window into how well your body is aging, offering clues about your strength, coordination, flexibility, and resilience. These 7 movements, if you can still perform them, suggest that your body is aging far better than most. They test critical aspects of physical health that directly impact your ability to maintain independence and confidence as you age. Here's a startling fact: 97% of people over 65 cannot perform all 7 of these movements. This isn't because they lack effort or willpower, but because they were never taught which abilities to prioritize or how quickly these skills can fade without consistent practice. The good news, if you can still do even 1 or 2 of these movements, you're likely in better shape than you might think. And if you stick with us until the end, you'll see that this list isn't just a test. It's a roadmap for slowing, reversing, or even preventing many signs of physical decline through intentional habits. Your body has an incredible capacity to adapt and respond. It just needs to be challenged. Let's dive into the first indicator. Indicator 1, rising from the floor without using your hands. One of the most revealing signs of youthful strength and coordination, especially after age 60, is the ability to get up from the floor without using your hands. This movement is far more than a test of leg strength. It evaluates your core stability, balance, hip and knee flexibility, and how well these systems work together in harmony. It's not about performing the task quickly or with perfect grace. It's about control. Can you lower yourself to the floor and stand back up using only your legs and core for support? If you can, your body is functioning at a level far superior to most people your age. Consider the story of Charlie, a 78-year-old who experienced a wake-up call during a family picnic. He fell, unharmed, but found himself unable to stand without rolling and crawling to a nearby chair. That moment was more terrifying than the fall itself. He later shared, determined to regain this ability, Charlie began practicing, getting up from a seated position on the floor each morning. He started by using his hands for support, then gradually relied less on them. Within a few weeks, he could rise slowly and steadily without assistance. It's not just about getting up, he said. It's about knowing I can. This movement is about more than just physical independence. It's a matter of survival. Seniors who cannot get up after a fall face a significantly higher risk of complications, not from the injury itself, but from the time spent waiting for help. This ability hinges on 3 key components: strong quadriceps, flexible hip and knee joints, and reliable balance. If any of these weaken, the task becomes difficult or even impossible. But here's the encouraging part. If you've lost this skill, you can rebuild it. Start with partial movements, such as squatting to a low chair or bench and standing back up. Use a cushion or yoga mat to protect your knees, and focus on building strength gradually. Over time, this lost ability can return, often faster than you might expect. This isn't about impressing others or achieving athletic feats. It's about reclaiming confidence in your body's capabilities. The moment you know you can rise from the floor without help, you stop fearing the possibility of a fall. That kind of freedom transforms how you move through your daily life. Whether it's walking in the park, playing with grandchildren, or simply navigating your home, it's a reminder that your body is still capable, and that capability is worth nurturing. Indicator 2, balancing on one leg for 10 seconds without support. It may sound deceptively simple, but standing on one leg for just 10 seconds without holding on to anything is a remarkably accurate measure of your physical age. This single movement assesses a wide range of factors: your core strength, ankle stability, neuromuscular coordination, and, most critically, your balance reflexes. If you can hold steady without wobbling or stepping out, your body still knows how to stabilize itself quickly, a skill that often fades quietly over time without us noticing. This test isn't just about standing still. It's about how your body manages the tiny, invisible adjustments that keep you upright. These micro-movements occur in your feet, calves, hips, and back, orchestrated by a well-connected nervous system and muscular system. Joanne, a 74-year-old, used to balance on one leg while brushing her teeth as a playful habit. She stopped when she noticed she felt unsteady, but after reintroducing balance exercise into her daily routine, Starting with just a few seconds at a time, she regained her confidence. I didn't realize how much I missed feeling steady on my feet, she said. Poor balance is one of the leading predictors of falls in older adults. But the good news is that balance can improve quickly with practice. To test this safely, stand near a counter, or a sturdy chair for support if needed. Lift 1 foot a few inches off the ground. Keep your arms at your sides. And aim to hold for 10 seconds without touching anything. If you can do this, you're ahead of most of people your age. If it's challenging, don't be discouraged. Start by holding on to something for support. Then gradually reduce that assistance over time. Try practicing barefoot to strengthen the muscles in your feet, or shift your weight from side to side to activate stabilizing muscles. Standing on a folded towel or soft surface can further challenge and strengthen your balance. The benefits of good balance extend far beyond the physical. When you feel steady, you move through your day with greater certainty, trusting your body to handle unexpected shifts or uneven surfaces. This quiet confidence influences how you walk, turn, and respond to sudden movements, fostering resilience in both body and mind. Whether you can already balance for 10 seconds or are working toward it, you're building a foundation for long-term independence. Indicator 3. Climbing stairs without stopping or holding the railing. Walking up a flight of stairs without pausing to catch your breath or gripping the railing is a clear indicator that your cardiovascular system, leg strength, and coordination are aging exceptionally well. Stair climbing may seem like a routine task, but it's a complex, full-body challenge. Your heart must pump efficiently to supply oxygen. Your lungs must keep pace, and your quadriceps, calves, glutes, and hips must fire in a coordinated sequence. Meanwhile, your brain makes micro-adjustments to maintain balance with each step, ensuring you stay upright and steady. Most seniors slow down on stairs not because they're lazy, but because one or more of these systems has quietly weakened over time. If you can climb a flight of stairs without holding on or stopping, your body is functioning in a highly integrated and efficient way. I once met Mark, an 81-year-old at a community center, who always took the stairs 2 at a time. When I asked why he avoided the elevator, he grinned and said, "If I stop climbing now, I'll forget how to do it." For Mark, stair climbing was a daily reminder that he could still tackle physically demanding tasks, a mindset that kept him vibrant and active. Using the railing doesn't mean you failed, but not needing it signals exceptional strength and balance. If you're not there yet, you can train toward this goal. Start with exercises like bodyweight squats, step-ups onto a low stair, or repeatedly sitting and standing from a chair without using your hands. Begin by holding the rail for support. Then gradually rely on it less as you build confidence. If you find yourself winded after just a few steps, it's a sign your heart and lungs need more daily movement. Brisk walking or other cardiovascular activities can help build the endurance required for stair climbing. Stairs are one of the last true tests of physical independence. As they're a common obstacle in many homes, the ability to navigate them confidently means you can live without relying on assistance, whether it's in your own home or out in the world. The next time you climb stairs, whether it's 3 steps or a full flight, pay attention to how you feel. Are you steady? Are you strong? Are you breathing comfortably? If the answer is yes, you're not just physically fit, you're functionally youthful. And that's something to celebrate. Indicator 4. Sitting and standing from a chair, repeatedly without hands. At first glance, sitting down and standing up from a chair repeatedly without using your hands might seem like a minor task, but it reveals a great deal about your real-world strength and independence. This movement mirrors countless daily activities, getting up from the toilet, rising from the couch, or sitting down at the dinner table. When you can perform this task using only your legs, you demonstrate strong quadriceps, a stable core, flexible hips, and excellent coordination. It also reduces the risk of falls during transitional movements, which are often when injuries occur. I once worked with Robert, an 83-year-old who said, "I don't mind getting older, but I hate the thought of needing help to stand up." When we tested his ability to do unassisted chair stands, he managed only 3 in 30 seconds. After weeks of daily practice starting with supported squats and gradually reducing assistance, he reached 10. More importantly, he felt confident leaving home, knowing he could stand up anywhere. That's real freedom. He told me to try this test. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your arms crossed over your chest. Stand up fully, then sit back down gently without using your hands. Can you do this 5 or 10 times in a row? If so, you're ahead of most people your age. If it's difficult, see it as a starting point, not a failure. Begin with supported squats or slow descents to a cushion, gradually increasing repetitions. You can also practice sitting and standing with one hand lightly on a chair for balance, reducing support as you gain strength. This movement isn't about exercise for its own sake. It's about reclaiming ownership of your daily life. The ability to rise unassisted keeps you safe and confident, allowing you to live without constantly worrying. What if I can't get up? Confidence in your body, especially in your 70s and 80s, is an underrated source of joy. Every time you stand up without help, you're standing up for your independence. Indicator 5. Touching your toes with straight knees. If you can touch your toes while standing with your knees straight, you're not just flexible, you're preserving a youthful range of motion that most people lose by their 60s. This movement tests your hamstrings, calves, lower back, and spinal mobility in one smooth, continuous motion. It also evaluates the connection between your brain and body, how well your muscles stretch and release without strain, how freely your spine moves without resistance, and how confident you feel bending forward and returning upright without losing balance. Nancy, a 77-year-old, hadn't tried touching her toes in over 20 years. One day, out of curiosity, she gave it a shot and reached past her knees. Inspired, she began stretching every morning. And within 2 months, her fingertips brushed the tops of her feet. It's not about showing off, she said. It's about knowing I can still move like I used to. Tight hamstrings, a stiff back, or a rigid nervous system can limit this movement, affecting everyday tasks like tying shoes, picking up dropped items, or getting in and out of a car. If you can touch your toes today, protect that ability by stretching daily, breathing deeply into the movement, and allowing your body to relax into the stretch. If you can't yet, start slowly, reaching only as far as is comfortable and stopping at the point of resistance. Progress comes from patience, not force. You can also incorporate gentle hamstring stretches, such as seated forward bends, or use a strap to assist in reaching toward your feet. Flexibility isn't just physical. It reflects an open, adaptable mindset. People who maintain flexibility in their bodies often remain more open in spirit, more curious, and more willing to adjust to life's changes without breaking. Whether your fingertips reach your toes or just your shins, the real value lies in the act of reaching. It's a message to your body. I still want to move, bend, and live fully in this body for as long as I can. Indicator 6. Carrying a loaded grocery bag for 1 minute. Carrying a loaded grocery bag for a full minute without fatigue is a strong sign that your body is aging well. This test evaluates grip strength, forearm endurance, shoulder stability, and core control, all of which tend to decline after age 60 if not actively maintained. Beyond muscle strength, carrying weight challenges your ability to stabilize your posture under load, maintain a steady breathing rhythm, and balance while moving. Grip strength, in particular, is one of the most predictive markers of longevity, as it reflects the overall health of your nervous and muscular systems. Sharon, a 70-year-old, noticed she was dropping items like coffee cups, shopping bags, and even her keys. I didn't feel weak, just clumsy, she said. We started testing her grip with small hand weights and grocery bags. At first, her hands tired out in 15 seconds, but after practicing daily squeezes, short carries, and even wringing out towels by hand, her strength returned. I didn't realize how much I relied on my hands until they started letting go. She shared, to try this at home, fill a standard shopping bag with 10-15 pounds of items, such as cons, a water bottle, or produce. Set a timer. Pick up the bag with one hand and walk slowly or stand tall. Can you hold it steady for 60 seconds without dropping it, setting it down, or shaking out your arm? Then switch hands. If you can do this comfortably, your body is still adept at bearing loads, an essential skill for independence. If you struggle, start with lighter loads and build up gradually. Practice carrying a bag while walking slowly across a room, adding time as you improve. Carrying strength isn't just for shopping trips. It's about real-life tasks like taking out the trash, lifting a laundry basket, or holding a grandchild. When you can carry with confidence, you move through your world with less hesitation and fear, and far more freedom. Every step you take while holding weight reminds your body of its resilience, proving that strength doesn't have to fade, it just needs to be used. Indicator 7. Performing a full body weight squat. If you can lower your body into a full body weight squat with proper form, feet flat, knees aligned, chest lifted, and a smooth rise without wobbling or pushing off your thighs, you're doing something most people your age cannot. Often called the king of movements, the squat engages your ankles, knees, hips, spine, core, and even your feet in one fluid action. It's not just a fitness test. It's a reflection of your body's ability to handle real-world demands like picking up objects, reaching low, or getting in and out of chairs. The squat also reveals the health of your joints and the balance of your muscles. Tight hips, weak knees, or a stiff lower back will make this movement difficult, which is why it's such a powerful indicator of mobility and longevity. Thomas, a 73-year-old, struggled to get in and out of his car until his daughter suggested practicing squats next to the kitchen counter for balance. At first, he could barely lower halfway, but within weeks, he built enough strength and flexibility to move with ease. "I didn't realize how much I avoided bending," he said. "Now, I don't think twice about it." To test your squat, stand with feet shoulder width apart. Keep your heels down and lower your hips as if sitting in an invisible chair. Go as low as you can with control, then rise back up. Can you do this without pain, leaning forward, or using your arms for help? If yes, you're ahead of the curve. If not, start with a partial range of motion, using a sturdy chair behind you for support. Practice lowering to the chair and rising without your hands. Flexibility in the hips and ankles, along with strength in your thighs and glutes, is key. Gentle stretches, step-ups, and chair squats can help rebuild this foundation. The squat impacts countless daily activities, from gardening to bathing to playing with grandchildren on the floor. It's not just for athletes, it's for anyone who wants to live actively, move confidently, and age in reverse. When you can lower and lift your body with ease, you're not just maintaining mobility, you're reclaiming it. Final thoughts. Take a moment to reflect. How many of these 7 movements can you still perform? Which one challenged you the most, and which gave you hope that your body is stronger than you thought? This list isn't a pass or fail test. It's a wake-up call. A reminder that aging is shaped by habits, choices, and whether we continue to challenge our bodies to move, adapt, and support us. Even if you can't do most of these movements today, that doesn't mean you never will. The human body, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, is astonishingly responsive to small, consistent efforts. Start with something simple. Perhaps standing from a chair without your hands, balancing on one leg while brushing your teeth, or carrying a light bag for 30 seconds. These small actions are more than exercises. They're messages to your body that say, "I still want this. I still believe in what you can do." By choosing to challenge yourself, even in small ways, you're choosing vitality over stagnation, engagement over decline, and a life lived not just longer, but better. Most people are never told what to look for when it comes to aging well, which is why this article exists, to provide a clear, hopeful, and practical way to assess where you are and what you can do about it. Your body may not be perfect, but if it's willing to try, that's more than enough. We'd love to hear from you. Share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts inspire us to keep creating content to inform and motivate you. Thank you for reading, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon.